Oh, greetings, everybody. Welcome to the 10 o'clock bot signal with your RJ. And if you don't know me, my name is RJ Redden, and entrepreneurs hire me to skyrocket their marketing message because most feel like they're shouting into a black hole, or they can't get any engagement online, or they're just a carbon copy of everybody else. So I create epic chatbot experiences that get people to click that button, connect with you, and convert like crazy. Bottom line, I am on a mission to get 1 million people to change their marketing. Let's start with you today. So here we are. I have got a crazy idea, and I need all of you to talk me out of it or talk me into it. Whatever you want to do, it's all up to you. Um, Here's the deal. I was sitting at the Synapse conference last week with the True Chat guys, Steve Sunshine. And we were talking about different things that can be done for authors inside chatbots. For instance, what I've done a good couple of times now is somebody has a book that they have written and they want to shop around their first chapter to everybody. Okay, so most people will issue a PDF and, hope you read it. Fantastic. What I can do is on the front side, I can create a whole journey for somebody to go down through that very same chapter. It doesn't have to come in, it doesn't have to be all text. We can throw images in there. We can put polls in there. We can put recipes in there. This idea actually came from, I can't remember his name now, but an author did this last year in a chatbot, and I was like, James Patterson, that's who it was. He did this for a book called The Chef, I believe, and I just glommed onto that idea right away because it's so much more fun and interesting to walk down that path with a chatbot. Because there's so much more that you can put into it. People can kind of choose their own adventure through that first chapter instead of reading a wall of text. You know as well as I do, a lot of people nowadays absolutely love books, absolutely love that wall of text and a cup of tea. But a lot of people, when they're previewing something, when they're seeing if they're interested in something, they tend to lose interest sometimes. And having a different way to experience your book is a great thing to do. So I've done that. I've done that for my clients who have upcoming book releases. It's been successful. I'm a hard one to catch these days, apparently. Thank you, Teresa. Yes, I know. Well, but worth it when you do catch me, my friend. Anyway, so I've done this for a couple of author friends of mine. Jenny Harkleroad had one. There's been a couple more. It's a really interesting way to present a book chapter. So Steve and I were talking about this at the conference, and I've been wanting to write a book for a long time. I would love to write a book about chatbots because I think that conversational marketing is where it's at. I think that making things personalized, gamified, and conversation-based is where it's at in the future. It is so different than what everyone is doing now. Even with chatbots, most people are, rolling chatbots to do here's a discount, or hey, buy my stuff, or hey, please get to this webinar. Not what a chatbot is really about. And so I'm wanting to write a book on it. And Steve said, why don't you, and this is the crazy idea part. So see if you get this, see if I'm presenting this clearly enough. He said, why don't you write a book on chatbots and crowdsource it within the chatbot? Meaning I can share points of view, opinions, I can share, philosophies behind bots. I can share examples. And instead of just moving on to the next thing, I can say, hey, how do you feel about this? And get differing opinions. I can take a poll on, at a certain point and say, hey, what do you think? How would you rate this? I can get all kinds of crowd feedback from that bot by just asking the questions that I would normally ask if we were with each other. And in that way, I can then take all of the feedback and I can connect that to a book, probably self-published, who knows? But this is what I'm thinking about, and I want to get your feedback on this. So no worries if you didn't catch this. Do give me your feedback. Either comment on something. You can comment anywhere I am, and I will catch it. You can send me, direct message, hit me up. We can talk about this because I think that the book desperately needs to be written. I've read a few good books on conversation marketing so far. Hold on. I've got one here. Boop. This is a good one right here. And I really want to write some of these things down and get these ideas out there. So what would you think about a crowdsourced book about chatbots written on a chatbot? That's your question for today. If this is too heavy, don't worry about it. I'll be back tomorrow with a lighter topic. It'll be great. You'll love it. As always, talking about chatbots, talking about different ways you can use them, experimenting with stuff, experimenting with all kinds of things, because honestly, this world is just getting started. I know a lot of people view the March 5th thing, the change that Facebook is making, as the death, or at least something that really hinders chatbots. I'm saying this: take that chatbot, put it on your own real estate, experiment, play, attract people, involve people. That's the thing. Current traditional marketing isn't involving. It just doesn't involve anybody. It involves you sitting there thinking, okay, what kind of message will some people respond to? That's an awfully hard question. And many of us are not able to intuit the answer. So, my friends, all about chatbots. Would you like to see me write something like this? Would you like the experience of giving your feedback through the chatbot? What is your opinion on these things? Hit me up. Tell me everything, because I want to know. And that's it for me for today. It's a real short one. But yeah, I've always wanted to write a book on this. Just didn't know. It's like you want a tattoo, but you just don't know what how it's, the design yet. What's going to be that design? I'll tell you, I was writing books when I was 8 years old. They weren't very good. But I have always wanted to do this, and this sounds like a perfect way to drive people to read my chatbot and drive people into, maybe some other stuff that they're interested in. That's a thing, because everybody asks me this. After we talk about what chatbots can do, they say, okay, how do I get people there? It's the age-old answer. Hide an awesome Easter egg and set them loose to find it. Get that awesome freebie, plant it in the chatbot. Give them a reason to click over. Not, the freebie that everybody else has, the top 10 or whatever. Those are fine. However, hide something good. Hide something good and valuable. And here's this thing that some of my clients are doing as well. This has sort of morphed into another topic in the last 2 minutes, but I'll talk about this again tomorrow if you'd like. The other thing is, not everybody's the same. what we do generally in traditional marketing is we figure out, okay, what's going to be a freebie that people are going to respond to, and we test and we test and we throw the best one out there that fits the most people. But here's the thing. What if you asked 2 or 3 qualifying questions, find out what that person's actually interested in, and issue that freebie for those types of people? So for instance, I am just going to pull examples out of the air, but I want to plant this idea in your head because this is a good one. Instead of giving everybody the same freebie and hoping, that this might convert or whatever, you ask them a few qualifying questions. Are you tall or short? Are you, what kind of business are you in? Is it a restaurant or is it a law firm? And, these kinds of questions, right? The qualifying questions. People go through, give their answers. And for tall people who are marketing their law firm, you've got a certain freebie. And for short people that are marketing their restaurant, you've got a certain freebie. So it's about tailoring the value to people's needs instead of tailoring the value to what we think they need or to what most people respond to. Chatbots are an entirely different way of thinking, my friends. And I know you know this because that's why you're here. They're an entirely different concept. And that is why I think a book is in order. And I'm really excited about this idea. So again, give me your feedback. Let me know what you're thinking because I want to know. And if you want to, I want you to be involved. So my friends, thank you again for joining me for this 10 minutes at 10 Central. I have to qualify that always. And I will be back again tomorrow with another topic. Until then, I'll see you in a bot.